Island. I am so delighted that you could be here today. I'm Annie Scavo. I am the co-director of this fabulous production. And I would first like to thank the Keene Valley Country Club, Scotty McClellan, Josh Whitney, for giving us this fabulous space in which to perform. So, wish to thank them. And in case you don't know, I just want to give you a little background. We call this the Iron Man of musicals because we do this in 1 week. So they come in, they have their script already, they have their lines, but they come in, they've never heard anyone say these lines except perhaps for a parent or a sibling. Now they're on stage. They have to learn what's downstage, what's upstage, stage right, stage left. They have to learn their blocking. Where do they belong on stage? They have to come in by the cues of the other actors, and sometimes the other actor does not give the exact cue, all right? And they have to learn how to improvise in that situation. They created their characters. We told them who it was, but they worked out their walk, their personality, their stance, all right? They learned their choreography. They learned their movement. They learned everything about what it takes to put this show together, their music, and they did it in 1 week. And I would like to tell you that unlike other productions you may see, this one is homegrown, thanks to Cooper Halloran and Olivia Morocco, who wrote the script. They are the playwrights, along with Kathy Recchia, who is the director and producer of this. And so these works were composed by Kathy Recchia also. Yeah. Right? So keep that in mind. This is an original music. And the wizardry of Rose Chancellor, who is our musical director, along with Nate Lucas. Program and poster art by Wilder Stewart. And you too! Have a t-shirt like this, $20, and you can look fabulous also. Let me make sure I'm going to oh yes. So, we have here Elisa Ensley, who is our vocal wizard. Our choreographer and movement director is Maddie Runyon. Is Cal Page Bryant. Our rehearsal assistant this week is Mallory Arnold. Our stage director and all-around fabulous person is Kim Peralta. And our assistant stage manager is Isabel Granoski. The fabulous sets you see before me are the work of Samantha Stizer. Our sound engineer is Russell Fair. Fabulous programs that you see, artwork by Wilder, thank you. Artwork by Wilder, folded by Yvetta in our cast, just so you know. This project, thank you very much. This project is made possible in part with funds from the statewide Community Re-Grants Program, a re-grant program of the New York State Council on the Arts, with support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature, and administered by the Adirondack Lake Center from the Arts. On your program, you will see thank you we have to parents, but I have to say, most of all, thank you for your children. They are wonderful. They have done a fabulous job. It has been an honor to work with them, and I really appreciate that. In terms of housekeeping, at intermission, the back rooms are over there in separate houses, but please give the actors 5 minutes before you get online, because they have to get online also, all right? And we want them to make sure they have enough time to get out here in intermission. And of course, donations, always welcome. Thank you very much. And I think that's about it, right?
Costumes.
Costumes! Oh, I almost forgot costumes because I was waiting to say. So, not only do people look fabulous on stage, they look fabulous because of Leah Loomis.
Yay!
Things like, oh, the raincoat from the Wilmington thrift store. I can make this into a captain's outfit. Cut, 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 cut. And Leah was in the room sewing all day long, all week long. So, we are very, very grateful to Leah. And so, sit back, enjoy the show, and thank you very much for coming.
They should be here any moment. In fact, they should have been here already.
Calm down, my child. The sun still rises, and many ships have come and gone. There is still plenty of time.
I know they'll be here, but what do I do when they arrive? It seems awfully unlikely that they would let me join them on their journey. But I do have this map, which I will guard with my life.
That's the part I'm worried about. No treasure is worth your life. What need have we for riches when we have each other? I don't want to lose you. You are my dearest treasure.
But what about the money we're owed? That old pirate captain ran us dry till his dying breath.
Well, I think it's for the best that... I just can't help thinking of my dear brother-in-law and his poor daughter Anya, lost at sea 9 years ago now, without a trace. I couldn't go on if you didn't come back home, my dear girl.
There's no other way. We've had this discussion before. Who knows how much longer we can keep the inn open? At this rate, by this time next year, we'll be without a home. Is that what you want?
Of course not. But I think it's for the best that you stay. It's hard enough with just the two of us running the inn. I could hardly imagine how difficult it would be on my own. Better to be here alive than lost at sea.
There's no time for another way. The only way to stop these menacing pirates that have been watching us is to pass the map off to Captain Smolt. But this map is not going anywhere without me.
Well,
Or what do you think?
Well, that certainly is one idea.
Mother, please read what Captain Smollett wrote in his letter again.
Dear Madam, your letter has reached the desk of my friend and ship's doctor, John Livesley, who has shared it with me. You couldn't have found a more receptive audience. I am sending the doctor and another member of our crew to you at once to collect a map and offer young Hawkins safe passage on our journey to secure the treasure of Captain Stevenson. From what you wrote, you have a remarkable child who kept his head with the deceased captain as well as his pirate comrades. Tomorrow I start for Bristol. In no time, we will have the best ship and the choicest crew in England. Hawkins will come with the map to assist. We will have favorable winds, a quick passage, and not the least difficulty finding the spot and the treasure. We will compensate you both handsomely. Yours in good faith, Captain Smollett. Oh, my dear, you're quite right. They will never welcome an inexperienced young girl like you to accompany them.
That's my fear as well. But what if it were a young man trying to join them instead? I mean, that's already what they're expecting.
What do you mean? No, that's ridiculous.
Is it? I've been thinking this through, and it's our only option. They've already assumed I was a boy. You read it yourself in the letter. We haven't got a moment to lose. If this is going to happen, it has to happen now.
At least that should offer some protection. That and the open sky. But when I think of you on a ship of bearded old men, I shudder. You can never let them know that you're a girl. Never.
I can be as good as a boy, oh boy. Just you watch, you'll have to agree with me. Anything that he can do, I can do it too.
All right, my brave one, but we don't have much time. No fairy godmother's here, so I'm afraid of doo-doo. Let's make a change. There's so much. Let's start with the blouse. I mean the shirt. Try this one over that, making sure that it lies flat. Trousers next, followed by the boots, strong steady feet. Let's make all that is sweet for a boy who can't be beat. Let your wits, don't go weak or succumb to fits. Hold a whole new view, but please remember you're still you. It's a man's world, we have to admit,
But don't submit.
we'll do what must be done
To ensure that we get through.
There's so much to cut.
Oh no, draw the line with hair. Can't we stuff it under there?
Hide it as best you can. Concealer wear like a man. But please remember you're still you. Let's hear you speak now. Lower. Make it more gruff and more tough. Pretend that there is nothing to fear. Forget those pirates to boot and all the loot. Who knows what they might do to make sure that you think I never thought I'd be dressing a son who's shaped like me. Hold a hold of you, but please remember you're still you.
It's a man's world, we have to admit. submit. Do what must be done. Hello to your new son. What must be done?
No one said it would be fun.
It's a man's world, we have to admit. But we pledge him now not to submit.
Captain's quarters are downstairs. See 3 rooms to the right. Oh, Captain, there you are. This is Master Jim Hawkins.
Good to meet you, Captain.
Aye, and you as well. Now the doctor tells me you've still got the map.
Yes, sir.
Where is it then?
Oh, and our head cook and bar washer, Long John. How's the rest of the crew been settling in?
Aye, Doctor, they're quite snug and satisfied. But I haven't met this one. You're a scrawny sort for a mate, matey. I'm Long John Silver, and who might you be?
Good to meet you, Master Long John. I'm Jim Hawkins.
Why, you can't be more than 11 or 12 years. What business has our illustrious doctor with a mere boy?
I'm 14, sir, and I can pull my weight like any other shipmate.
We'll see. But you have an honest look about you, and I like that. Meet Captain Flint here. Right here, me lad.
Captain Flint! Captain Flint!
Me constant companion. Captain Flint never leaves me side. You might say he's my protector.
Well, Jim, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, I've got work to do. Go on and get yourself set.
Aye, lads, step right up and meet our youngest shipmate, Master Jim Hawkins, who claims he can pull his weight same as all of you. Meet the mates of the Christie Bee. They're high on skill and personality. They're quite a crew to introduce. Oh, blow my bully boys, blow. Sailors of the sea are we. We take our duties seriously.
Someday when our working is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Our first move may be quite blind.
But don't let the bullion put us out of mind.
I climb the ropes with lots of vigor. It's me job 'cause I'm the rigger.
See who keeps this here ship a-running. I paint the boatswain.
Cross me and you best be a runner.
He's pulling your leg, he's our master gunner. The best men sailing these here seas. Oh, blow my bully boys, blow.
Sailors of the sea are we take our duties seriously. Someday when our working is done, we'll take our leave and go. Someday when our working is done, we'll take our leave and go.
I see you've had the pleasure of being the whole boisterous crew.
Yes, they're very enthusiastic.
They should be saving their enthusiasm for the long journey ahead. While this vessel is rocking to and fro so much, I expect every crew member to be checking into my sick bay before nightfall.
Now, Doctor, these fellows have more stomach than that. But perhaps a word from the captain will send the men back to work.
Here, here, back to work, everyone. This instant. There's decks to be swabbed and mats to be manned.
Righto, gentlemen, to your posts.
And you, Mr. Silver, don't you have dinner to prepare to?
Aye, Captain, it's on the stove right now. But perhaps I could use a little help from this here Jim Hawkins. A cabin boy in the kitchen is just what I've been needing.
Perhaps later. I have some business to attend to with Master Hawkins first.
As you see fit.
Now, my lad, we have some unfinished business to attend to. I know you are not eager to part with the map you keep so close to your chest, but I have to study it to get our bearings, to navigate us direct to Treasure Island.
But, sirs, no one knows I have the map. I'm the perfect hiding spot. Who would suspect that I was the one entrusted with such a prize?
Yeah, that may be true, but Captain Smollett must have it for the day so we can copy and map out our course.
I see. I will agree as long as it is returned to me directly when you're through, yes?
I consent.
I'm off to make sure the scurvy lot found their way back to their posts.
Is there something you wanted, boy?
No, sir. It's just I've never been on a ship before. I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, you'll figure it out. Go join the crew in the galley. Food's almost ready, and I've got a ship to keep on course.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, fess up, boy. How'd you get so good at this? I ain't never seen anyone clean up the grub in the galley like the likes of you.
Well, sir, my mother and I kept the Admiral Benbow Inn, not far from Bristol on the mainland.
And what about your father, dear boy?
He died when I was 2. It's been just my mother and me since then. I've been the man of the house for quite some time now.
Sad fate for all of you, to be sure. But that's where we share a bond, me lad. I, too, lost me father when I was but a babe. But you were luckier than I. I had no mum to raise me. Just the padres at St. Paul's Home for the Orphan Lads.
Oh, how awful. I can't imagine what life would have been like without my mother.
So what brings you out to sea in this here vessel?
Well, after the death, Dr. Livesey. Yes, Dr. Livesey invited me to come and see the world. I'm so excited to learn the life of a sailor. Have you been on many voyages?
Oh, I've been on the sea longer than you've been alive, my boy. I've seen things you could hardly imagine. You learn a lot out here. You learn who you shouldn't trust. There's lots of treacherous men at sea. And women, too.
What do you mean, sir?
Careful there, laddie. Though even the thought of them women gives me the shakes. I'm talking about Anne Bonny's band of lady pirates, of course. A dreadful lot they are. The most hard-hearted seafaring ladies you'll ever see on these here waters. Or any waters, for that matter.
You've met lady pirates?
Met 'em? I was their prisoner for nearly 6 months. Oh, the tales I could tell.
Tall tales, tall tales.
I don't believe it. I've never heard of female pirates, and if they do exist, I can't imagine they would be as bad as all that.
Then sit tight, matey, if you think you can take it. I'll tell you some of the terrifying things this mighty band of screechers did that'll make your hair stand on end. It was 3 years ago, in the year of 1737. Me crew and I, we'd come across Anne Bonny and her posse of scoundrels in waters not far from where we are now. There were holes in their sails and their ship was drifting. They called out, "Ahoy there!"
We're lost at sea. We haven't had a morsel of food in days.
Please, would you so graciously lend us enough to make it to the mainland?
Why, of course there, lassies. As long as John Silver's me name, I wouldn't leave you behind, now would I? We've got plenty to share. So we let them aboard, planning to share our stores. But as soon as we turned our backs to give them their food, they rushed us and ransacked our ship. By the time I could tell what was going on, it was too late. The whole crew set me had been clapped in irons and thrown overboard.
There are wolves and there are sheep. You have no idea who you're up against. Anne Bonny will strike down all those who oppose her, man, woman, and child.
But you can't leave us here to die. We were helping you.
Oh, but Mr. Silver, we're not through with you by a long shot. And when we are, you will wish you were dead.
Take heed, Master Silver, and Bonnie means every word she speaks. Take his flute and his boot, throw him up and down. Take
a few cuffs. We are proud lady pirates of the northern sea. Don't be stopping a ship on a frivolous whim, or you'd better be prepared to be torn limb from limb.
We are lady pirates and proud sailors of the northern sea. But heed this warning, though we're charming, we're still fierce and vicious when we want to be. We are lady pirates and proud sailors of the northern sea. But heed this warning, though we're charming, we're still fierce and vicious when we want to be.
And then she cut off me leg.
Cut off me leg. Tall tale, tall tale.
How awful. How did you survive?
That's a story for another day, lad.
That was quite the tale, sir. Whatever happened to those lady pirates?
The pirates, oh, I imagine they're still terrorizing honest sailors like myself. You never know who you can trust out here, even on this ship. Why, if you notice anything fishy, you just let me know. I'd rather like to keep this leg.
Aye, aye, sir.
You're a good lad. I can see you being a captain someday. Now come, we've got work to do.
Oh, are you all right, sir?
Oh, it's you, is it? So you think it's funny to set traps for the blind sailor, eh?
No, sir, it was an accident. I was just swabbing the deck.
You scabby sea bass. Why, I'll throw you overboard. Treat your betters this way.
Yes, sir, but if you don't mind me asking, how do you put up with it all?
Oh, it gets easier. You've got the brunt of it being so young. The crew will be seeing how far they can push you. That being said, this crew's new to me too, and anything can happen aboard a ship. I need to figure out who I can rely on as quickly as I can.
How do you figure out who you can trust?
You've got to keep your eyes wide and your ears open. Not everyone is who they say they are. It's hard to tell who you can trust, but most often you can feel it. And when you can't trust your senses, look up and let the North Star guide you. The sky never lies, lad.
That's funny. My mother always said that. It's one of the reasons she let me go on this voyage. Trust the stars in the sky and all will be well.
Your mother sounds like a wise woman.
Yes, sir, that she is.
Well, you take care and don't be stirring up any trouble with the crew, and I'll make sure you get back home to your mom safe and sound.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Well, Jim Hawkins, you're certainly proving yourself a worthy seafaring sailor. Why, I never met anyone your age who took so well to the work in this sort of life.
I can't say it's been ideal. My stomach hasn't always cooperated, but I thank you for your encouragement, and I'm trying my best.
Aye, that's all one can ask for. And we'll need to be at our best when we get aground and see what this here captain has in mind for when we get to Treasure Island.
What do you know about Treasure Island?
Oh, I knows the legend that everyone in these who sails these here seas knows. That there's an island haunted by a dead sea captain guarding his treasure from the living. I knows that no one who's ever searched for the treasure has ever found it, and sometimes they pay a mighty high price just for the search.
Jim Hawkins certainly seems to have found his sea legs. He's a fast learner, that one. He could really become an asset to the crew.
Aye, perhaps one day.
So what do you see? An easy voyage from here on out?
Aye, should be.
How much longer do you think until we arrive at the island? I confess, I'm rather weary of being on board a ship of this magnitude.
Shouldn't be too long. 2 days at most.
Excellent news. I know Jim Hawkins will be excited to explore the place.
Hawkins won't be coming on the island.
What? Why is that? He's certainly capable.
Capable? Sure. But the boy is young and his mother needs him, and with reports of pirates on the islands, and
Don't tell me that you really believe that it's cursed.
I don't want to risk it. Everything I do is to protect that boy.
Jim will certainly be needing your help when we get to the island. Oh, Jim, I've been meaning to, yes. Could you bring this to the captain? I borrowed it a while back. I've been meaning to return it.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, this is not a great time for me.
I didn't know you were talking to the Hawkins boy.
Jim won't be happy about it.
That's of no importance. That boy is not setting foot on the island.
But
No buts about it. He stays on the ship. That's final. Come in.
Oh, Jim, how lovely of you to join us.
Long John asked me to deliver this. Why is he even in charge anyways? Long John would let me go on the island and knows that I would be useful.
If not now, when?
Patience, Pew. Captain Smollett's no friend of mine either. It'll all be over in due time.
Me and the boys are itching to get things started.
Don't get too excited. We're not there yet. And I know I don't want you steering this vessel. Wait until we're half a day from the island. That's when we'll get to work.
Rapture ready, sir.
Keep your voice down.
What was that?
It's nothing, just your keen sense of hearing playing tricks on you.
You want to keep that wretched boy around?
You want the treasure, don't you?
Hawkins has the map. Hawkins has the map.
Why don't we discuss this elsewhere?
Where do I go from here? How could I be so blinded? It's not a gender thing. Turns out I'm just weak-minded. I thought I won't stop shelf with my clever disguise, but I've only been fooling myself. I don't know where to go, all alone on this ship, where I'm not sure who's friend or who's foe. I look to the sky for guidance. which has all been pretend. I'm alone in the end, and don't know where to turn for friend. I look to the sky for guidance. The North Star leads the way. As long as there's sky above me, I will be okay. Mother, let the truth lie in the sky. Look up and you'll know why.
Upwards, things will be okay. But nothing seems to help now that Jane is gone. I'm losing hope and just can't cope.
I really need my mother. She is my North Star. She is my guiding force.
How could I have let her go? I look to the stars, my spirits in the skies.
Here I sense her calm, welling my fear.
It won't be long together. Won't be long until then. Oh, I love you. I love you.
I came as soon as I received your letter.
I know, and I thank you, dear sister.
Have you lost your mind? How could you let her go and out to sea? What were you thinking?
She's a very determined girl.
Must I remind you of all this family has already lost? My daughter and my husband, your niece, and you might have lost me too. There are days that I wish I hadn't been found. What good is going on without John and Anya?
Which is why I knew I could count on you to help me, Charlotte.
What do you want to do?
We have to go after her.
How?
Well, you do have that inheritance. That should be enough to charter a ship.
That's our inheritance. You know I'd do anything for you and Jane. You can have the money, but how would you ever find her? From what you wrote, she has the only map.
Those nights where we stayed up wrestling with what to do, I stayed up knitting. I made a copy of the map.
What? So, you want to go after her? You have a map? You have money? Now all we need is a man to charter a ship.
If Jane can do it, why can't I? Meet your brother, Victor.
No.
Let's make a change. There's so much to hide.
Oh no, I don't know where to start.
Let's rehearse each other's part. You're woman, I am man. Let's pretend as best we can.
we're just as strong. From where we must roam to make sure Genghis back home. We'll sail the 7 seas if that bridge trail leads.
I'll stick with my disguise to avoid those prying eyes.
It's a man's world, or maybe that's wrong. We're just as strong.
Till we know Jane's safe from harm.
Man's world, or maybe that's wrong.
We pledge here now not to submit.
Now let's go get you some boots.
This is a neat hat.
You haven't been on many of them, have you? But I'm relieved to see land too.
Oh, how exciting. We've almost arrived at the island. Don't you think it'd be wise to let Jim know the plan? He'll be upset with the outcome after all. And he did give you the map when you needed it. Plus, he's got the original.
We've got work to do. We'll tell him before we leave.
Captain Nathaniel, we must tell him. There's no more time to waste. It'll break his heart, but there's no other option.
All right, then.
What do you want?
Hand over your copy of the map.
Why do you need this one? You made your own copy, didn't you?
I want to keep it and you safe.
We have some...
You're not coming on the island, and that's final.
Jen? Are you alright? I know you've been excited to...
Excited? Do you know how important this has been for me? I left my life for this. I left my mother. I changed my whole personality. And now you're telling me I'm going to be staying on this rotting plank of wood? No, I'm not alright.
This is for your own sake, son.
And I'm not your son.
Quiet, boy. Why, I don't even know why we allowed you on board the ship. I had my doubts, and this confirms them. You were not cut out for life at sea. What's going on?
It's a mutiny, that's what it is.
A mutiny?
A mutiny.
Crew.
I think your crew's a bit tired up at the moment.
What have you done?
Get away from me, you rotten shabberoon. What have you done with Long John?
Arg, I won't be having any of this on my ship.
You won't be calling her your ship anymore, Captain.
Long John?
What have you done?
Stop!
Why should I?
No, you can't. This isn't right.
This is no time for moralizing, boy. You're coming with me.
Now, Captain, you're taking orders from us now. We can't wait to see what Long John has in store for you. Now, Captain, sit down. We have a lot for you to think about.
Impressive what we've done, aye?
What do you mean?
The mutiny, me boy. All of us, we were concerned over the quality of management of this here vessel.
But this is piracy. You know better than those lady pirates you told me about.
Oh, those lily-livered, laughable lasses.
Lily-livered.
Now, I may be a pirate, but I'm a pirate of a higher class than them.
So you are a pirate then. I can't believe it. You lied to me.
Now, I never lied, lad. I just left out a few minor details of this here plan of mine. And now I'd like for you to become a part of it.
What?
You've shown great skill out here, matey. You'd be a mighty fine addition to my crew. Who knows? Maybe someday you could be feared across the sea.
The captain warned me about people like you. I should have listened to him.
The captain? That doddering fool. Don't make this hard for yourself. You know what the right decision is.
I won't join you. I won't join you now or ever.
Those are strong words, lad. I'll leave you to cool off a spell. Barry, keep an eye on our young friend.
Aye, aye, sir.
It's not personal, me lad, just the life at sea. I just hope you come to your senses soon, or I'm afraid you'll be joining the rest of the captain's crew.
You know, when I was your age, I had dreams of becoming a sailor too. Ah, yes, those were the days. I really believed I could do anything. Of course, the life I lead now isn't exactly the one I had in mind. Long John's not the easiest person to take orders from, and I'm not the biggest fan of hurting people, but piracy does have its perks. Now, I guess I should tell you about my...
Sorry, Barry.
Whoa, what's Barry doing up there? Pew would do a better job steering this rig.
Ah, no one's at the wheel. No one's at the wheel.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Hawkins is dead. Hawkins is dead.
Oh.
Are you sure we can't stop for a bit and have a bite to eat? It's been hours since we got away from that scurvy band of pirates. Surely we can take time to stop and eat.
What are you thinking? We're on a deserted island.
I don't know. I thought maybe one of you two had something.
We've been over this 4 times already. There was no time to grab anything while we escaped the ship.
Sorry, just asking. Where are we going anyway?
Are you kidding me? You forgot already? Okay, let's go over this one more time. Before the mutiny, as a precaution, I made a copy of the map. So we're either finding the captain or the treasure, whichever seems easier.
Quiet, I think I hear something.
Pirates!
Nah, you've got to be kidding me.
Scour the area, boys. Those 3 are near. I can feel it.
Aye, aye, sir. No trace of him, sir.
They're not over here either.
We'll move along then, but keep an eye out. They can't stay hidden for long.
Have I ever told you about why I became a...
Keep it down.
I'm trying. I told you I was hungry.
Get 'em, boys!
Ah! Captain, they're getting away.
Oh, leave them. They're harmless.
Around the ship, sir. There's no sign of him.
He must have gone overboard. It's a shame. He had potential. Well, boys, looks like Hawkins dead.
What a terrible fate for the poor young boy.
He was a noble sailor.
What are you going to tell his mother?
His mother? When do you think you'll be seeing his mother? You'll be spending the rest of your miserable lives on this island. But I have to admit, I just might miss the lad. He was the best galley boy I ever had.
You take keen interest in that boy. I wonder why.
The lad I never had, by my side with me at sea. The things I would have taught him, he'd be argin' just like me.
Arg!
I have a heavy heart now that lad is gone. How I'd love to teach pirate speak to him. I can hear him yo-ho-ho in my lad who might have been.
Yo-ho, yo-ho.
The lad I never had, he'd have raised his glass to me. I'd have shared me rum with him once I'd weaned him off the tea. The life that I have led had its ups and downs. It's a low blow to lose this lad of mine, especially when I think of him just lying below the brine.
Below.
Ah, yes, for woe is me, this lad will never be. I'll go on through life alone as can be, with no one who answers to me. Not a care and fancy free, that's how I was meant to. So no more feeling sad about the lad I never had. I'll get through life without him, and I dare say I'll be glad. So I may not have what it takes to be a dad. Nice to carry on with none to care for. Piracy and looting treasure galore. Who'd want for more? Piracy and looting treasure galore. Who'd want for more? Well, boys, we better get going.
Who are you?
Who is Ben Gunn? Ben Gunn is Ben Gunn.
Ben Gunn. Right. Can you tell me where I am, Ben?
Of course, you're with Ben Gunn.
And where is Ben Gunn?
Where is Ben Gunn? Ben Gunn is Treasure Island.
Treasure Island? Really? I made it? But what about the crew? Ben?
Ben Gunn.
Have you seen a ship anywhere? You know, like a pirate ship?
Pirate ship. Ben hasn't seen any. East! Ben saw a ship east of here.
East? Really? Thanks, Ben. Which way is east?
Look for the North Star and go right.
But it's daytime.
You can tell by looking at the sky. Ben Gunn doesn't know.
Look to the sky for guidance. Thanks, Ben.
Ben Gunn has found a hat! Hooray for Ben! Oh, but Ben Gunn already has a hat. What to do, what to do?
Arg, arg, we're
Hunting for treasure now. Arg, arg, but to find it and how. Arg, arg, it could be hidden in a cave. Arg, arg, I don't care as long as it's not me grave. Arg, arg, Hugh has the map but he can't see. Arg, arg, it should have been given to me.
What you doing back there, Izzy?
Just brushing these bugs off your back. You're getting bitten up pretty bad. You'll be seeing me later.
From the stress, arg, arg, we've taken orders like a slave, arg, arg, to bring us closer to riches we crave, arg, arg, there is just one thing unknown, arg, arg, we'll make again safely back home.
Okay, boys, that was fun, but we better get going. Pew, go scout ahead. Go, Jacob. Barry, go fetch our prisoners.
Aye, sir. You know, this reminds me of...
Who's this, then?
Don't know, sir. I found a strange fellow over here near the beach.
Ben Gunn says hello.
Who?
Ben Gunn, of course.
Ben Gunn, sir.
Tell me, Ben Gunn, what are you doing on this island?
What is Ben Gunn doing on this island? Why, Gunn is eating, of course. This is Ben Gunn's secret spoon. It's worth more than you can imagine.
Ah, secret spoon, secret spoon.
Okay, enough about the secret
Seems
spoon.
someone has good taste.
So, then, once the egg is done cooking, you want to start toasting the English muffin. Now, I know what you're going to say, what about the sausage? But don't worry, that comes later. You see, the sausage cooks very...
Please stop talking.
Daniel, don't be rude.
You'll never get away with this, Long John.
Oh, but I already have. You see, we're going to get the treasure, and you won't be getting any of it.
Want me to set these two up for you, Captain?
Nah, it's all right. I want to see their faces when we get the treasure, and remember their expressions when we sail away in their very own ship.
You'll never have the Christy B seaworthy without us.
Sir, I'm having trouble deciphering this map. Could you come take a look?
Aye, let's see what we can do.
That hat he's holding. Don't you?
It couldn't be. It is. Hawkins' hat.
Precisely. I knew it was the same.
Mr. Gunn, may I inquire where it is you obtained that hat you're holding?
Hat? Ben Gunn isn't holding. Oh, yes, this hat. Ben Gunn remembers a youth who washed ashore. Oh, dear. What is it? Why, Ben Gunn must return this hat. It is stolen. So you know where he is then? Ben Gunn thinks east. East?
All right, Barry, time to get going.
Oh boy, this long trek will be the perfect time to tell you about the...
You know what, Barry? Why don't you just stay here and watch the prisoners?
Of course, sir, but don't you want to hear about...
No, Barry, no one wants to hear anything you have to say. Just make sure they don't get away. You got that?
But...
Well?
Aye, sir.
Ben Gunn must return this hat. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, Ben.
Well, I guess I should find a place to sit. Oh, you know, that reminds me about the... Oh, never mind.
Oh, go on. We're listening.
Yes, we are.
Really? You are? Well, in that case, let me tell you about the first time my father took me on a voyage at sea. Ah, yes, that was a day to remember.
What? That's not right. I thought our ship had 2 sails.
Well, this one's got 3, sweetheart.
Who are you?
I'm the one asking the question.
Yeah, you listen to us.
You better listen to her.
We're asking the questions here.
You better keep your mouth shut if you know it's good for
Who
you.
are you?
I'm Jim. Oh, what does it matter now? I'm Jane Hawkins, but lately I've been going by Jim.
That's odd. I had an aunt with the last name Hawkins, but what brings you to this island, Jane, and who are you trying to fool?
Well, I just wanted to have an adventure and go home with enough money to put things in order, but I guess Mother was right. This has been too much for me.
In my experience, the only adventures worth having are the ones that feel like too much.
Are you going to kill me?
No!
Why are you always trying to kill people? I never get to kill anyone.
No one is killing anyone! At least not yet. Jane seems nice.
Oh, thanks. Well, I've got to go.
You don't seem fit to be going anywhere at the moment. Why don't you tell us how you ended up on this island?
Yeah. What's
Tell
your
us.
story?
Well, I guess I go back to when my mother kept the Admiral Benbow Inn, and the old pirate with the saber cup. First I got his lodging under... Well, we didn't know...
Oh, we don't have all day, sweetheart. Keep it under 30 seconds.
What?
29.
The old pirate died and gave us a map, so we wrote a letter to the captain of the ship, and I told my mom that I would be safe if I was disguised as a boy, lying to everyone. So then I went to the ship and met the captain, and the doctor, and Long John. Long John was good to me, and then I heard some things I wasn't supposed to hear, and it turns out Long John was a pirate. So then I fell overboard and met this weird guy, and then he told me that he had seen a ship east, so I just went in a random direction, and then I was...
Time.
And that's how I ended up on Treasure Island.
Treasure Island? That's where we are? It wouldn't happen to be this Treasure Island, would it?
Oh no, my map must have gotten destroyed when I fell overboard, but that looks a lot like it.
Well, what are the chances? I saw this map when I was locked away in Fort Stevenson. My cellmate always had it spread out as if studying it. At night, I'd take some berry juice and copy it down as best I could with just a needle. It's all I had, so I... Wait. Did you say Long John?
Yep.
Long John Silver?
The one and only. What? You know him?
Know him? That slime-eating dog, that scum-sucking pig, that son of a motherless goat.
I hate that guy.
You are in league with Long John Silver?
No, he betrayed me, and he may even have killed my friends.
Then we have that in common. We have quite the history with Long John Silver.
You do?
You bet we do.
Wait a minute. You're the female pirates. You must be Anne Bonny.
That's what they call me. And we prefer to be called the Sisterhood of the Sea.
Long John told me awful stories about you. Told me you stabbed him in the back.
stabbed him in the back? That slander scoundrel.
Really, that's a harsh misrepresentation of what we stand for.
But the truth is, we were hired to rescue Long John's prisoners.
What?
You heard me. When we encountered him and his crew on the sea, we paid the ransom money. As soon as Long John had assured that he'd received every last coin, he threw the prisoners overboard. Some of us went in to save them, and the rest of us fought off Long John's crew.
Yeah,
That, of course, turned out to be easy.
Yeah, his crew practically defeated themselves.
As we were sailing away, he loaded the cannon and shot at us. We never saw the cannonball leave the cannon, but we can only assume that it backfired. He was far away, but we could just make out his cries, "Oh, me leg, dearie me leg." And that's how it all happened. Does that sound anything like what he told you?
Not in the slightest.
That figures.
I can't believe I trusted him and left my friends behind. I'm a terrible sailor. I should just leave. I've done enough harm as it is. Do you think you could take me back home with you?
Jess.
Jane.
Jane, you can't keep feeling sorry for yourself. You remind me of myself when I was younger. In fact, when I first started pirating after I lost my parents in a shipwreck, I played the boy as well. You may feel dejected and like you failed, but that doesn't mean you should give up. Long John is out there right now looking for that treasure.
Yeah, and for all you know, your friends could be alive.
Jane, you have to keep going. If you lose a leg, you keep running. If you lose an arm, you keep climbing. Jane, we'll help you stop Long John and save your friends. Also, the ship is destroyed, so you really have no say in the matter. You with me?
I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's the spirit. We're all lost like the two of us. I have played the boy just like you. You're alone at sea all by yourself. Fun with me, just like me. Feeling lost and heartsick, quite confused. Every waking hour an ordeal. We are kindred spirits of your soul. You are home, we are home. No more tossing when you try to go to sleep. You found a place where dreaming will be deep. We may be brash, but we all understand. We're all prepared to lend a helping hand. We're here for you. We'll cheer for you. We'll have your back, my dear, even when danger's near. Women at sea, we're family. I take this earnestly. Our sisterhood at sea is home. I've a feeling things are turning round. I was lost, but I've been found. Your kindred spirits of my soul. I am home. No more days of being what I'm not. It's a relief to shed that blood. Your kindred spirits of my soul. I am home. You are home. No more tossing, reaching every restless ride. You found a place where troubles now seem light. We've got each other to rely upon. So many fears and worries are all gone. We're here for you. We'll cheer for you. We'll have your back, my dear, even when danger's near. Women at sea, we're family. We take this earnestly. Our sisterhood at sea is home. Women at sea, we're family. We take this earnestly. Our sisterhood
I told you two about the time I tried to become a cattle auctioneer?
Yeah, I do believe you told us that one already.
I thought so.
You should have had an interesting life.
I think so. No one ever wants to hear my stories, though.
Really?
I, for one, think they're fascinating.
Really?
Yes, we both do. Don't we, Nathaniel?
I must admit, they're certainly unexpected.
Gee, I wish Long John thought so.
Who cares what he thinks? He seems like a tough guy to take orders from.
He can be a lot. I never would have joined him, but he promised me so much money, and I thought, it's stupid, but I thought my dad would finally be proud of me.
I'm sure he is.
But he wouldn't be proud of you for letting Long John walk all over you.
What?
What?
Your employment on that ship seems to bring nothing but harm to you. That crew clearly doesn't value you.
Maybe you're right, sir. They're always interrupting me.
You know, I'd be honored to have you join my ship after this is all over. If we survive, of course.
Oh, you're too kind. I do hope you make it out of here alive. You two seem like real nice guys, and I'd be happy to join you if I wasn't bound to Mr. Silver.
Mr. Silver isn't bound to you. He cast you off. He's sick of you.
Enough, Nathaniel.
No, he's right. Mr. Silver and the crew never listen to me. Not like you guys. Why, I don't even know why I'm holding you captive. In fact, I could even let you go free. You know, this reminds
What are you
me...
saying about letting us go free?
Oh, well, you know I can't. I don't like the idea of two nice guys like yourselves being left on this island, but this reminds me about the time that...
About the dangers that lie just ahead. Bug bites that will make you wish you were dead. There's one that goes by a misleading name. Its bite is the worst 'cause it gives so much pain.
Because it's peculiar, they call it the kissing bug.
No fooling. That reminds me about
a bug that can be quite polite. It waits until you are fast asleep. Slowly it creeps from its safe hiding place, and before the morning it will kiss your face.
Your eyes would swell, your lips puff out, your breath slow down. Oh.
Then the fever comes, there's no escaping, it's got you now.
Let you know, it's only shared with friend, not foe.
I don't have many friends, but I could tell you about
how dangers like these retreat. The doctor here's got those kissing bugs beat. He knows just how to keep us feeling well.
For bugs and fever, I have got a spell. If you stick with us, there'll be no more pause from the bites of the kissing bug.
You mean you'd overlook my pirate past and all the misdeeds I might have done? It's the new start I've been hoping would come, and I owe it to the kissing bug.
That's not what we meant. It's not about the...
About us three moving on as a team. Together we'll be unstoppable, pooling our skills in the name of what's right.
And we'll be best buddies, so we'll never fight.
One for all and all for one, just like the musketeers.
Let's just be grateful that we're here, and we no longer have to fear. The three have moved on, and it's good we did. Now back to business and finding that kid. Then on to treasure and a ship to mend.
Baby, put a message in a bottle to send.
Wanting to cheer, we no longer fear the bite of the kissing bug. We no longer fear
The
Gee, guys, that sounds great. Here. Hey, Doc, before we go any further, do you think you could take a look at my back? Izzy was kind enough to brush all the bugs that were biting me when we were marching this morning, but I might need one of your spells if they be poisonous bugs.
Sure, Barry. Turn around and I'll take a look. What have we here? My. This could come in handy. Barry, my boy, this is brilliant. This may come as a shock to you, but I have a copy of the map. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't have time to finish it. But Nathaniel, take a look. Barry's got half the map scribbled on the back of his shirt. The top half, and I at the bottom, so we have a whole.
This is brilliant.
Let's go get that treasure.
You know, this reminds me about a story my mother used to tell me when I was young.
I just want to get the treasure and get out of here. What will we even do if we find the treasure? The ship's still broken.
Please, goodbye.
From who?
Please, I'm trying to focus.
Do you even know how to read?
You don't need to know how to read a map. It's just pictures. I think it's this way.
How could you lose the map? That's the one thing we needed to find the treasure. It's as if you're blind.
I am blind. And I didn't lose the map. It must have been stolen. We've run into an odd bunch of people on this island.
Who could have taken it? How would they have gotten it from you?
Gave it to Ben. Gave it to Ben.
You blasted bird! I've had enough of you!
Don't worry, Captain. I have the entire map memorized. I know which way to go. Captain?
What?
Instead of following Pew's, excellent memory, I think you'd like to know this. You won't believe it. I have a copy of the map.
Why didn't you tell me this 2 hours ago?
Well, I thought...
I don't care what you thought. I just want the treasure. This way.
This is it.
Where's the treasure? Do we have to dig out the shelves on the ship?
I'm not sure. The map says it should be right here.
That's a mole, Anne.
Oh. Then we must be headed here.
That's a gas, and it looks like it might be infected.
Then where is the treasure?
Right here, where are the exits?
Oh my god.
Ah. Who did this tattooing? Sloppy work. This way.
You know what's funny? I was in a very similar situation to this last year.
Another time, Barry. Nathaniel, I'm having trouble reading this map. You see this part here?
Not really.
It's right where my half and his half meet. The detail there is hard to read.
Is that where we're supposed to go?
It seems that's where it's leading us.
I bet that map looks cool.
I think our best bet is this way.
Then we'll be off. You know, this will be a perfect time to tell you about the first time I...
Ben Gunn's gotta find that youngin'. There's a hat to return. Sure was nice of that bird to give Ben Gunn this here piece of paper. Too bad Ben Gunn doesn't have a map. That will lead Ben Gunn.
We must be getting near the treasure now.
Wait, let me just look at the map. It should be just over that hill. You see it?
I can't believe we're this close.
Just a little longer, girls. Who's up for a game of charades? Grace, you can start.
Ben Gunn has a hat. Ben Gunn has your hat.
Oh, thanks for the hat, Ben, but, how did you find me?
How did Ben Gunn find? Oh, yes. Ben Gunn's friend, the bird, gave him a map. The bird!
The bird? You mean Captain Flint?
Flinty!
Excuse me, what did you say your
Oh,
name?
Flinty, what a marvelous friend for Ben Gunn.
So those scoundrels are here, but they don't have a map, and this is great news.
Yeah, kiddo. But hey, mate, you said your name was Ben?
Ben Gunn, Ben Gunn!
Ben Gunn. How strange. Does the name John Squire ring a bell for you? Or Anya?
No.
Oh, how strange. I must have confused you for someone else. Excuse me.
You okay?
Okay. How could I not be okay? We're about to be rich.
Well, Ben, thanks for the hat. I've come so far, but was it worth it?
What do you mean?
I've spent weeks on this journey, all for that treasure, but so many people have gotten hurt. The doctor and the captain. Oh dear, I'm not even sure if they're still alive. And my mother, she must be worried sick. I can't imagine how hard this time has been for her with me away. She had family that went missing at sea years ago, and now she may believe that I have suffered the same fate. I just wish she were here to see that I'm okay.
Jane!
Mother!
Oh, my sweet baby, I can't believe you're alive.
Wait, how did you get here?
I can't believe I found you.
Is this real? My dream?
What are you wearing? Wait, what's going on? And who are these people? What? Where's that crew I sent you with? And you. I want you to stay away from my daughter if you think you can!
Mother! This is Anne Bonny and her Sisterhood of the Sea.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. Or is it sir? Your daughter is a wonderful young lady, let me tell you. She's got a gift.
Oh, why, thank you. I always did think she was rather like me, but come a little closer. You look rather familiar.
Mother, did you come all this way by yourself?
No, of course not. I brought your Aunt Charlotte. Oh, she was right behind me. Where has she gotten to?
Oh my, this is very confusing. How strange.
I don't know where your Aunt Charlotte is, but
There you
she
are.
is.
I turned around to look at a squirrel, and the next thing I know, you were gone. Oh, Jane, we've been worried sick about you.
It's so good to see you, Aunt Charlotte. Mother, you've missed so much. The voyage, the talking parrot, the pirates, the mutiny, oh Mother, the mutiny. The doctor and the captain may be dead.
Oh, my sweet girl, it'll all be okay that we're together again.
You gotta buck up, kid. We don't have time to mourn right now. There'll be plenty of time for that after we find the treasure. But that is our #1 priority.
Anya!
Mom! Oh, my mom!
What are they talking about? My sweet Anya, you're alive! It's a miracle!
But how can you? You and Dad died in the shipwreck, didn't you?
I survived, but I'm afraid your father didn't make it, dearest Anya.
Mom, I go by Anne now.
Well, I think that's a lovely name.
What's going on?
I'm not sure if...
Victoria, surely you remember my daughter, Jane. This is Anne.
Oh, Charlotte, how wonderful. Oh, you were all so little when you said sail.
So, we're...
Looks like we're related, kiddo.
Ben Gunn loves family.
No, it can't be.
It's not possible.
I knew I recognized him. Dad?
Oh, my days. Oh, my John. Dear John, you've been lost this year.
Ben Gunn is confused, but Ben does like miracles.
Oh, John, you're not yourself.
I'm afraid his mind's off completely, Ma.
No, I won't have it. John is my husband and your father. Our family's so close to reuniting. I won't give up now.
But there's a treasure to be found.
Is treasure more important than family?
Well, it's a really big treasure. And we've been lost for so long. Will a few minutes make much of a difference?
Anne, he's your father. I would give all the treasure in the world to see my dad again.
Very well. You, Dad. Make this quick, okay?
Father? Dad Gunn? Ben Dad?
Whatever works.
Ben Gunn a father?
Yes, my father. And your husband, too.
Husband? Okay.
Hey, that works.
Oh, but does he remember us? Oh, John, please try.
Ben Gunn will try. Ben Gunn has seen many miracles occur on this island for 9 years. Every day is a miracle. I've seen miracles.
a miracle. And God himself is a miracle too. He may not be the father you knew, but he hopes you'll grow to love him too. There's so much I've found to love, but perhaps you two are the greatest loves that I have known. Would you call that a miracle? Two in a hat, a miracle. Pulling a fish out of the sea, don't you think that's a miracle? And it may not be the father you knew, but he hopes you come to love him. There's so much you'll come to love on you. There's so much you'll see to love, but perhaps you will come to love Ben Gunn as family. Would you call that a miracle?
I do believe that miracles happen. My family was lost to me. Now my eyes can't believe you're here. It's a miracle. Must be a miracle.
I know a bird that squawks and talks.
I'd call that a miracle.
Turns into a hat.
I think that's a miracle. I think Ben Gunn is a miracle too. He may not be the husband I knew, but I think that I could love him too.
There's so much I've found to love,
But perhaps you two are the greatest loves that I have known. Would you call that a miracle?
but perhaps you two are the greatest loves that I have known.
Would you call that a miracle?
Okay. I love you both, but can we go now?
Well, we've come this far.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
Are you sure?
That's what the map says. So we made it.
Not quite, boys. Tie him up. This should be it. The treasure should be here. The treasure should be here. Is he?
Should be.
This map you made, you sure it's accurate?
Yep. Wait, should be.
Should be. Should be. I want a definite answer.
Yeah, it's accurate. I can assure you that.
Then where's my treasure?
Your treasure, Long John. I think you mean our treasure.
and Bonnie, as I live and breathe.
You miss me, Long John?
All I've missed is killing you.
That won't be happening, Long John.
You can't be.
But I am.
By my lucky stars, could this be Master Jim Hawkins?
Jane.
Well, I didn't see this coming, but I'll take any opportunity to kill someone twice.
Ah, tall tales, tall tales.
Traitor! Not enough.
You'll have to get past me first, Long John.
That's all right with me, madam. Tie him up.
Not so fast, Long John.
You're alive?
More alive than ever, young lady. Oh, dear Mrs. Hawkins, I've got terrible news. You don't think he's dead, but, excuse me, young lady, but your son is missing.
Sir, Dr. Livesey, I think you should take a closer look at the young lady right next to you.
Yes? Jim, well, blow me down. Where have you been? Are you okay, boy?
Jane, the island, and fine. But I think we should attend to the matters at hand.
Oh, right you are.
So that's all done then?
Yeah, should be.
All right. Well, then I think we ought to figure out who's to die first for this here treasure.
What treasure?
Why, young boy, the treasure we've all spent the last month trying to get to, perhaps.
Yes, but there's no treasure.
What do you mean, no treasure?
We were here before you, and there was no treasure. I don't know. Maybe our map was wrong.
But all our maps led us here, correct?
Yeah.
Then, does that mean, oh dear Lord. Oh,
But
You forgot an island.
No,
this is
you
wild.
see it. It's obviously there.
Oh, that's
You put a hand here.
No,
Hey,
I
should be over.
That is a...
What?
Shut up.
Okay, we clearly all have fairly accurate maps. But most importantly, they all converge on this point.
And?
Well, we can't all have gotten it wrong, right?
She makes us fair point.
So then...
Where's the treasure?
Don't you get it? There is no treasure.
That's what I said.
How could you possibly know that? You're only an insolent child, and a girl to boot.
Right here in the bushes, there is an empty chest. There was a treasure, and now there isn't.
And no one saw that? Not one of the 17 people here?
I didn't see a thing. Nope.
So where does that leave us? No hard feelings, eh?
You're done, Long John. We can wipe the floor with you without breaking a sweat.
wait. Let me take him. One-on-one.
No! Let her, Aunt Charlotte.
Oh, I see, Aunt, Mum. It's a family reunion. Why, I'd happily kill you in front of your newly found family. Pew, on my mark, you attack her from behind. You ready?
Always. Go.
Now, Pew! Down! Izzy! I take it it's over?
Ladies, go round up any other pirates on this island.
Men, you join them. Take these three with you as well.
I can't believe it was all for nothing. The treasure we worked so hard to find was nothing but an empty chest.
But look what we did find, Jane.
This has been a long, arduous task for everyone involved. We all showed our weaknesses, but we are stronger for it. Jane, good work. I salute you.
Really?
Yes, of course. I didn't think you were ready, but you proved me wrong. You showed that it takes more than just men at sea to do good work. Barry, I'm proud of you too.
Really? I'm speechless.
Really?
But you know, that reminds me about the time...
You stood up to Long John and showed your true colors. You're a good person, Barry. John and I have grown quite fond of you.
That's true.
Thanks. You know, I was wondering if maybe I could call you my dad's.
Oh, well...
Barry, I'm not so sure.
No, I was kidding. that would be ridiculous.
We've all found family on this journey, some more literally than others. That is the real treasure.
It's a man's world.
as strong.
Found our friends' cries. We have reached our final prize. There's our families. Teachers here now, if you please. We broke through gender roles and achieved all of our goals. It's a man's world. We've proven that wrong.
We're just as strong.
Our truth has been found. Now our family's safe and sound.
Oh, no, Ben got that.
Here, Dad, let me get this for you. Dad, where did you get this? Yes, where did you get this map? Hat? Yes! Where did you get it?
What's wrong, sweetheart?
This hat, it looks like a map.
Let me see that.
Another copy of the map?
No, an entirely new map, signed by Captain Stevenson himself.
Dad, seriously, where did you get this map? You took the treasure? When?
Ben Gunn found it his first day here. He thought it would make a good map, but you ruined it.
Here, Ben. Have mine. I don't have much use for it anymore.
Now, everyone, we have two choices. We can go back home free from harm, or go after the real treasure. Which one do we choose?
We've come so far, but I can't bear to lose what I've already gained. Mother, we can go home.
No, we are getting that treasure.
What?
Come on, guys. Aren't you up for one more adventure?
It's a man's world. We're all over that. Let's take 2 seats again with family and friends.
Treasure to be had while adventuring with Dad.